welcome to Sephora. I'm looking for a perfume that's not too perfumey. I got you.
Serum moisturizer or moisturizer serum.
Let's get into layering.
My concealer is making me look worse?
Sounds like the wrong shade. Let's get you matched.
There's only one store that really gets what you're going for. Get beauty from people who get beauty. Only at Sephora.
Hi,
Let's get you a basket.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
Hello and welcome to I Talk to Ghosts. I'm Jennifer, your resident medium, and I'm so glad you found your way back into the Spirit Parlour tonight. It does tend to shift a bit in the shadows. Come in, get comfortable, and let the candles flicker around us as we settle in for tonight's topic. I would love to chat with you about astrological placements beyond your sun sign. If you have ever read your horoscope and thought, this does not sound like me at all, there's a reason for that, because most of us were introduced to astrology through exactly one placement, our sun sign, giving us the impression that this single symbol was supposed to explain our entire personality, and it never quite fits, does it? That's because your sun sign, also known as your zodiac sign or your star sign, is only one voice in a much bigger conversation happening in your birth chart. And then when we hear the term birth chart, that can sound overwhelming and a great reason to just wander away to simpler grounds. But truly, do settle in with me here. In a very uncomplicated fashion, let's talk about rising signs, moon signs, and the houses. And by the end of this episode, I hope you will understand why two people born on the same day can feel like they're living entirely different lives without earning yourself a concentration headache. Let's start with a small reframing. A sun sign is not the whole story of you. Again, it's commonly called your zodiac sign. Your sun sign is the main character energy you are working to grow into over your lifetime. It does represent your core. You can use its information to enhance self-awareness. It's important, but it's also the most generic placement because it only depends on the month you were born. We pay so much attention to our sun sign because we like to keep things simple. Your zodiac sign is the hero of the story of your shimmering self. It's been described as the generator of life, the motivating power behind all activities. The Orphic hymns describe it as the source of existence, pure and fiery bright. And with this, pop culture astrology has overemphasized and oversimplified the role of the sun, making people forget about the other logistics of their charts. And with only 12 zodiac sun signs in a year, you can see how it could make you feel like sun signs aren't going to be a complete fit for everyone. Very quickly, though, astrology can become personal, almost eerily personal, the moment you add your birth time and birth location into the mix. That is when your chart stops becoming a horoscope column and starts becoming a map of you specifically. Let's talk about your rising sign. Your rising sign is also called your ascendant or ascending sign. It's the zodiac sign that was climbing the eastern horizon at the exact moment you took your first breath. Because the sky turns roughly one full rotation every 24 hours, any given rising sign can change every 2 hours or so. This is why two people born on the same date can have completely different charts. Again, you only have one rising sign, but someone born 2 hours later and in a different location can have a different birth chart. Think of your rising sign as the entryway into your personal temple. It is the energy people meet first before they ever get to know your sun or your moon sign. It shapes your instinctive reactions, your physical presentation, and often the vibe strangers pick up on you within the first few seconds of meeting you. If your sun sign is who you are becoming, your rising sign is how you walk through the front door of every room you enter. Your rising sign is how people perceive you. And because rising signs depend on exact birth time, this is one placement where I always encourage you to track down your birth certificate or your hospital record rather than guessing. Even a difference of 20 minutes can shift your rising sign into the neighboring one. And you heard me mention moon sign. Let's talk about that next. If your rising sign is how you present yourself, how you are perceived by people, your moon sign is the candlelit room deep inside your house, the one you only invite certain people into. Your moon sign reflects your emotional nature, your instinctive comfort needs, the patterns you inherited around safety and nurturing, often traced back to your relationship with your mother or primary caregiver. Where your sun wants to shine and be seen, your moon simply wants to feel safe. And this is why moon sign work resonates so deeply with the empaths and the sensitive souls in this world. Understanding your moon placement can explain why certain environments drain you while others restore you, why you crave particular comfort foods or rituals when you're overwhelmed, and what your nervous system actually needs during a full moon or an eclipse season versus what wellness culture tells you that you should need. Your moon sign moves through the zodiac quickly, roughly every 2.5 days, which makes it another placement that depends heavily on you having an accurate birth time listed in your birth chart. So to sum up, your sun sign, the zodiac sign that everyone is known to have, primarily in popular culture, that is the core of you, the core of your ego, who you are journeying to becoming. Your rising sign is how you present yourself to people, and your moon sign is more your private inner workings, your emotional inner world. Now for the part that tends to blow people's minds the first time they truly understand it. If the signs describe how energy expresses itself, the houses describe where in your life that energy shows up. There are 12 houses in a birth chart, each governing a different life arena, and I'll walk you through a few of the ones I get asked about the most often. Such as your first house governs your identity and physical presence, and this is where your rising sign lives. The fourth house governs home, family, ancestral roots, which is often lit up in the charts of mediums and death workers. The seventh house governs partnership and one-on-one relationships. The eighth house governs transformation, shared resources, and yes, the occult and the mysteries of death, which makes it a personal favorite of mine to study. And the 10th house governs career and public reputation, while the 12th house governs the subconsciousness, spirituality, and what lies hidden, including our connection to the spirit world. So when someone says, I have a lot of planets in my 8th house, they're telling you that their life story is shaped heavily around transformation, intimacy, and the unseen world. When you have planets and such in any of the houses, it means those are the things you are working on in this lifetime. And I've often heard that if you have no planets in a particular house, it means you have nothing to resolve right now. You have nothing to work on. You have a good balance in that house. So with all of this, suddenly astrology stops being a horoscope and starts being a map of your actual lived experience. So why does this matter for your spiritual practice? A sun sign horoscope written for millions of people at once can only ever have a general weather forecast to it. But when you look at your rising sign, your moon sign, and the houses your planets occupy, you get something closer to a personal reading, tailored to the exact moment and place you arrived on this earth. This does not mean sun sign astrology is meaningless. It's a beautiful starting point. And if you've ever felt like astrology doesn't work for you, I would kindly invite you to consider that you may simply have only ever met 1/3 of your chart. For those of you drawn to divination and spirit work, understanding your full chart can also deepen your own practice. Your moon placement might explain why certain forms of divination feel more natural to you than others. And your 8th or 12th house placements might explain your pull towards mediumship. I feel like I've said so much to absorb already, so I think this is where we're going to leave it tonight. If this episode stirred something in you, I would love for you to pull your own birth chart this week and simply sit with your rising sign and your moon sign. A lot of times, if you do your chart online, it will give you a full breakdown of what is in each of these houses, and it will tell you how it all corresponds for you. And when you read up on all of this, notice what feels familiar and what surprises you. As always, thank you for spending time with me in my spirit parlor. If you want to go deeper, there are ad-free episodes on my Patreon, as well as a downloadable printable for you to keep as a bit of a cheat sheet for what I was talking about in tonight's episode. You can visit patreon.com/italktoghosts to support the podcast. And until next time, trust what the stars and the spirits are showing you. Take care.